All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. So this is the September meeting, guys. Kind of like we used to do it through COVID, where we had kind of our team meetings, right? Via YouTube and at times through Skype and so forth, right? But and so I'm sorry if I'm like my eyes are darting back and forth. The camera is actually not on the screen; it's on the side over here on the iPad. But guys, I really wanted to do this because there's some big commission changes that we're making as a business, as a team, as our business evolves, but also as Boost Mobile changes some of the compensation structures that they have and how it impacts our business. But also, guys, another consideration of why we have to change our commission structure is because we do definitely have a situation where I want to say up to about the last 4 to 6 months, guys, we've been kind of an idle, and you guys have heard me in the meetings. You guys in leadership obviously have heard it many a times, and I know Gabby, Luis, you're new. Fernanda, obviously you're new to a lot of this stuff too. But in a lot of ways, we've been through some struggles, right? You guys all know this. You guys probably heard some of the stories and stuff. But I think this is not uncommon with the friends that I have, people that I know that either talk to a lot of businesses or are maybe in the loop of having their own business or work for a small business or even large corporation. That staffing has been an issue everywhere, guys. It's not just us, and it's not necessarily a good thing, but at least it's not us, and it's a kind of a citywide thing, nationwide thing, statewide thing. It's not necessarily us, but either way, though, I know it's been kind of difficult and everything. So, why the reason I'm saying that though, guys, is because in a lot of ways, I feel that our numbers have been kind of on idle for a long time. And again, I go back to the whole 4 to 6 month period. Not only do we have one of our downturns in staffing and maybe kind of a waiting game with certain individuals and kind of seeing when they can come back and stuff. So that definitely has affected. Otherwise, maybe we would have staffed a lot, months before. Maybe not fully right away, but at least it would have helped us out. And again, the reason I'm saying this, guys, is because I do feel, as I just mentioned, that our numbers have been on idle in a lot of ways. And our numbers on idle in a business, guys, basically means this: they've been sustaining, but not necessarily growing. And at times, maybe we're even in the red. And I think 1 or 2 months we were pretty much in a very deep red with some of our numbers. And guys, I understand. When we're tired, we've got a lot going on. It can be one of those things where mentally we're drained, right? And trust me, I'm part of that too, guys, just as all of us that have been through it in the last couple months. And hopefully it's never going to happen again. I promise you guys that. That's not even a hopefully. It's just we're never going to let anything like that happen again, guys, because it's excruciating, it's stressful, not only for you guys, but for me too, guys, for customers, for everything that involves our business, right? So, with that being said, though, guys, there is some significant changes in the way that we will be making commission, right? I mean, the core of it is the same, right? 90% of it. That 10% change, though, means that we're going to be more aggressive. I'm also going to give you some tips on what we need to do. And in general, though, our target commission is actually higher than it's ever been. And that's one thing that I'm kind of proud of, that I can say that we have the tools and resources via Boost, via our business, via the skills that we have as a team to really just be amazing at what we do, not just be okay or be good, but amazing. And I truly believe that, guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't want to be in business. I feel that this is something that I believe in. I've believed in it for a long, long time. I've been in wireless since I was 19 years old. 18, Jesus Christ, 18 years old. I'm 36 years now. So half of my life, guys, I've been known sales and I've known wireless, from the business side of it to the management, retail management, to just sales and killing it, to meeting some of the most amazing people that I've met through both the business channel and through the retail side, not only in our business that we have now, but also in the experiences that I've had in the past. So I love sales, guys. I love retail. I love a lot of what we do. And some of it, trust me, is not as fun as I'd hope it is at times. But the majority of it is, and that's a really cool thing about it, guys. That's why I'm here at freaking, close to 10:30 p.m. right now, or 10, yeah. Doing this, guys. Why? Because I believe in what we do, and this is an important opportunity for me to communicate and for us to really look at the direction that we're taking with this stuff, right? And as a famous quote, guys, that I've read in the past, and I don't even know who said it, but I can tell you that I loved it when I heard it, is start with the end. basically meaning what is the goal of what we're trying to do, what we're trying to communicate, but also um, in a nutshell what it is, and then we'll go into the details, okay? And I'm gonna start with that end, right? So the end is this. So let's go to our actual meeting. And there's two quotes that I really want to emphasize here, right? I'm gonna put this up here, and I can't even zoom in more, but I'm gonna try and highlight this here, right? The first one is find a way or find an excuse. For anybody that's been around for the last couple of days, guys, I'm freaking out about that quote because it's probably one of the most amazing things I've ever heard, at least in the last couple of years, as far as something that is really encompassing of the way that I believe in a philosophy, right? And I think that even though it's hard to be at that level at all times, I believe that this is really good because I think it was very opportune, especially with the changes that we're making in our business. Find a way or find an excuse, right? And this can be for anything in our lives, guys. Imagine if we all had the ability to stay consistent, to get a result no matter what, and really being focused on finding a way at all times, right? Imagine that, guys. Imagine how much we would accomplish as individually, as a team, and everything else. And that's what we're shooting for, guys. Right now, I want us to really do this. I'll tell you this though, guys. This one is where most of us, at a lot of times in our lives, we kind of fall into. We find an excuse, right? And excuses are easy because you're trying to kind of make a reason why you didn't find a way, reason why we didn't find a result, reason why something at home didn't happen, maybe reason why you couldn't communicate with your best friend about something, you got in a fight instead. Instead of finding a way, you found an excuse. Oh, they suck. They don't understand me. Oh, this happened, right? Or it could be something as easy as like, yo, I was trying to get on a health diet because my cholesterol's high or whatever. I did it for 2 weeks and now I'm finding an excuse. Oh, I don't have the time. I don't have this. And trust me, guys, we're not robots, We're a lot of times gonna be kind of somewhere in the middle, hopefully, right? And ideally, we're trying to find a way, right? And that's what we want to strive for, guys. That's what we want to, in my opinion, all of us, every person that wants to do better for themselves, always needs to have the mentality of finding a way in their business, and literally their personal business, their personal life, right? Not just work. What it means to us, guys, though, as a business, as a team, as a place that is here for profit and not for fun necessarily, even though I like to have fun and I think we have a really fun team, is that we are tasked, guys, especially if you're in sales and we're all in sales in one way or another. We need to find a way. And that's the only thing that we can do whenever we're at work, guys. Every single day, guys, every single hour, every single customer, find a way to make that customer happy. Find a way to make that customer buy something if you know there's an opportunity and that's going to benefit them, but it also benefits you. Find a way to get that close. Find a way to open up that opportunity. And I love it, guys. I really, really do. And at the end of this month, guys, I want all of us, including me, including you, including whoever, including management, including everybody, to have found a way to get a result that we're going to talk about right now. And the last one, guys, that I wanted to do, as far as like if you want to call it a quote or not, is the idea of making sure that, our mental is on point, right? I talk about this every so often, guys, and this is the number one thing that hurts our business, guys. Mental also means emotions, guys. It's okay to be emotional, but not when it takes away from rational thought and rational um, actions that you need to take, right? And I've told you guys in the past, this is a perfect example, right? Got in a fight with my mom last night, and today's going to be terrible, and tomorrow's going to be okay. And therefore, not only is my numbers going to suffer, but the business suffers, and the customers that were there to get help didn't get help the right way. And helping isn't just customer service. Helping is also somebody that wants to do an upgrade that we didn't ask about their usage needs, and now they're driving midway to Sierra Vista and their phone is dying and they didn't have a car charger when they would have bought it from you, for sure, right? That is also help. So the mental game, guys, is such a big part of our business that I want to make sure that we're all on point, that we all understand that, hey, mental is such a big part of our business that if my mental, right, my mental state is not there, I'm probably going to have a crappy day. And guys, we want to limit that because when it comes to your commission, when it comes to meeting your quota, um, if we're at work, guys, and luckily we're not in the hospital, not we're not, somewhere where, as an emergency, then leave those things at in the car, leave them in at the door, but get your mental in the right frame of mind so you can be in the game, so you can do what you need to do for the store. You can clean up properly. You can help the customers properly. You can get your commission and get your sales dollars and make more customers and have them follow you around like Vanessa does. That's what we're here for, guys, and that's what you signed up for. you know we're all here by choice, guys, and the fact that the choice is to be here also means that you're committing to the goals, committing to the changes, committing to the adjustments, and committing to not wanting to hear something every now and then. Trust me, guys, there's times I don't want to hear from Sarah. I don't want to hear from Don now, but guess what? All I can do is stay strong mentally and figure it out and find a way, right? So guys, this is where I wanted to start, is making sure that we are starting with the end. This is what we're shooting for this month, and this is what we're shooting for every month going forward, guys. And I don't think it's ever changed, but at times things happen that maybe make things harder, right? I get it, but find a way or find an excuse, guys. Let's keep asking ourselves that every single day, and at the end of the month, are you going to find a way or find an excuse? All right, guys, let's go ahead and kick this off, okay? Let's go all the way to the top here, guys, and this is where we do have a pretty drastic commission adjustment, guys, in the way that we do business. And I'm gonna tell you something though. Our commission for growth and everything that is here, including accessories, including freaking upgrades, including everything else, guys, has one focus in mind. One focus, and the focus obviously trickles into everything else that we do as a business. And the focus is profitability. Okay. These are big tasks that we all have on a daily basis, guys, because we're part of a small business. We're part of a larger entity, which is Boost and ePay and obviously BHA and all those other businesses that we associate with. But at the end of the day, our business that we work with is Best Deal Mobile, right? And we are, as a team, this is our team, and we have extensions, Don and Sarah and Julie from BHA and the people from ePay and customer service and all that stuff, right? But this is something that we have to understand, because you're not in a business where the CEO isn't around, the ownership isn't here, the profitability of you and your work doesn't matter. Here it matters, guys, right? And everything that we're going to be doing going forward, guys, is profitability minded, which means if the business is profitable, you also benefit because there's more opportunities, there's more benefits, there's more pay raises, there's more commission, right? And the commission part of it is really what we're going to focus on with the rest of this meeting, because I'm going to show you, after we kind of go through all of this, that we actually have the best commission target that we've ever had. We have the best paid package that we've ever had as a business, and it's up to us to get it. But I'm also going to tell you a couple things. Without looking at the names, guys, it's up to you if you want to look at it or not. I want to show you something, right? That's gonna really impact us, right? This is Cox. This is ACP. This is activations. This is ups. This is accessories. If you can kind of follow with what I'm saying here, guys. This is Adelines, right? And I wanted to show you something, guys. Adelines actually are pretty decent, but some of them are not. I'm gonna circle the bad ones, right? ACP, last month, guys. All of them were actually not that great. Cox, actually, no, some of them are missing. Those are the numbers that you're gonna notice that I correlate between what your successful month means and you having a successful month or not, if some of these things are missing. So I want you guys to also realize that I didn't just pull these numbers out of my ass either, guys. These are numbers that I looked at the last 4 months, 5 months that we've been in business, the result that we had. And I'm going to tell you something. Every month we had at least 1 to 2 people out of 4 people, right? So either 1 or 2 out of 4 that actually would have met the majority, if not the major goals in our business. So these goals are kind of saying, hey, we went through the roughest patch in our business the last couple of months. We're short staffed. We're overworked. We got this going on. We got over that going on. It was the summer. The summers are terrible in Tucson and in Yuma and smaller cities like that are not Phoenix because the economy really just takes a big old dip, right? All the students leave. The snowbirds are gone. There's a big dip in money, right? And here's the thing, guys, going back to it, profitability is the goal. And let's go ahead and look into what it all means for us, right? And what our goal starting the first of this month of September is going to be. So 35 new activations is the goal for activations. This is everybody in our team, guys. Um, anything less than 30 new activations is 50% less payout. So let's say you had 29 activations. It's 29 times 8, right? Because I'm sorry, times 7, because that's the payout. We did adjust that a little bit. But I'll show you kind of where it makes up in other areas. So 29 times says whatever that is, guys, that would normally be your payout, right? And if you though have less than 30 activations, meaning you're at 29 or below, you have 50% of the payout that you would get. So if you were going to get $300 on your activations, you're going to get 150. As simple as that, guys. It goes oriented 100% with profitability, guys, and what we are expected to do on a monthly basis and daily basis if you had to break it down. That's really what the number's at. But don't focus on 30. Don't focus on 28 because, well, I want you to be aware of it though. Anything less than 28 activations, guys, if you have zero commission on everything, Jesus Christ. Okay? You cannot be under 28 activations for absolutely no reason whatsoever in our business going forward, guys. Is it going to be easy? No, it's going to take a lot of work, but we're going to talk about some of those things that is expected of us on a daily basis to really get to. Okay, let's keep going. Our goal, though, is 35 new activations. That's where you want to be and above so that there is absolutely no room for you not to make what you want to make when it comes to just this part of our business, right? Anybody that hits 40 over 40 activations, and we've had either people get really close to this or a couple people exceeded in the last 4 months. In some of the worst months we've had, guys, when we're overworked and we got all kinds of stuff going on, you also get $100 bonus on top of it all, right? So whatever your bonus is, you get $100 unobstructed on top of your bonus. Something that you have to also watch out for though is that you do have a situation where any new phone activation, ACP, hotspot, slash tablet, or Cox slash Xfinity Wi-Fi now counts as an activation. That's kind of been something that's been going on, guys. But when we're going to talk a little bit more, especially about the Cox internet and how to position it so that we can get more sales, either a Cox Xfinity box or a hotspot or a tablet, right? But what I want you guys to know is that these also count towards it. So let's say you had 27 growth activations that were phones, but you also had 10 activations of, let's say, Cox Xfinity, right? That means realistically, you had 37 activations, right? So you met the goal, you made your full commission, you don't have to worry about any decelerators or no commission. But there's a strategy to that we're going to talk about and we're going to implement starting as soon as everybody listens to this and acknowledges it, right? So, anyways, guys, let's keep going. The next one is retention, right? Retention means upgrades, right? Anything less than 25 upgrades is 50% less payout. Anything less than 21 upgrades is zero payouts on all upgrades. Not all commission, right? Like this one up here. Well, I'm not talking that, right? Again, the upgrades are important, but not that important. Um, Even though you do want to keep that upgrade commission, right? So you want to keep it over 20. It's a lot of money to not have. And all it takes, guys, is keeping an eye out, asking the right questions. And one of the best questions, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, especially for upgrades, because we're really not going to talk about this after this section, is, hey, what phone do you have? Literally, guys, if you're not doing that, guys, after you've heard me and hopefully all the team members in management say it a billion times, And it's on you to figure that out at this point. You know, we can get a result, right? Or find an excuse. Remember what we were talking about, what we kind of started with. We need to absolutely, guys, get our numbers into those upgrades and uh, I'm sorry, those upgrade numbers up. We've had multiple people, guys, hit 25 or more upgrades in the last 4 months, up to 6 months actually. And this is even not talking about tax season. This is just the summer months, especially the last 3 months. So I have no issues thinking that no anybody cannot get this, guys. Does it require a bunch of work? Hell yeah. Does it require you to look at and convince people that maybe aren't ready for the upgrade, and think outside the box and hustle those phones that we have for emergency and so forth that we're going to talk a little bit about right now? Of course, it does require you to do those things. But that's our standard, guys. That's what we should have been doing for the longest time. And if you're already not doing that and you're already getting 24 to 25, 26 upgrades, or however many you're getting, then guess what? Now, make sure to solidify. Get yourself 30 upgrades. Anybody that sells over 35 upgrades gets a $50 bonus on top of anything. And I'm going to make this 30 upgrades total, guys, not 35. Gets a $50 bonus on top of everything else. So if you made, let's say, 25 upgrades and you're getting $5 per each upgrade payout, you're getting, and you got 30 or more, you're also going to get a $50 bonus on top of that, right? So 30 times 5 plus 50 is what you would get, independent of what your other commission is like. Unless the only exception here would be if you don't hit at least 28 activations for the month, and then you don't get commission on anything, guys. Not accessories, not anything, not upgrades, not anything. Okay. So that's again a bonus on top of the bonus, guys, that I want you guys to kind of realize. Remember, full retail also counts. So those people that come in, guys, with "Hey, I broke my phone," get your pitch ready, guys. You know, get your pitch ready and say, hey, let me show you what I do have available. Not, oh, you're not eligible for an upgrade. We've talked about this many a times in the past, guys. You cannot say no to a customer, and that's one of the situations where you can't say no to them. But full retail, remember, which is basically we consider it an upgrade. We don't make money at all as a business, other than a little bit off the top on the activation fee. But trust me when I tell you that um, it's just more to keep the habit, guys, and for you guys to find ways to make more money. We obviously as a business make some money on the accessories and anything else that you sell. But if you're not selling accessories, you just did a plain old naked upgrade retail price, then we don't get any money. But you're still making commission, you know. But I'm telling you that because full retail does count towards your upgrades. So take those as an opportunity, right? The business is making a little bit less than what they should, a lot less than what they should, but you're making a full amount as if it was a normal upgrade that counts for you. That's for you guys. That's not for the business. We don't benefit from that crap. You benefit from it. So make sure that you benefit and the customer benefits from your education and what you have and your convincing and your value proposition that you're giving them. We also, though, remember, have those used phones in the back of Prince, in the back of Campbell, in the back of Valencia that Anissa has distributed. And I think we have about 3 or 4 phones at each store. And those are retail cost phones that are in the Google Drive, and it gives you the price right there. That's including the price of the phone, and it's including the price of the activation fee, and it's including the price of a case and a tempered glass. Those are emergency phones that we kind of got stuck with, where for whatever reason, guys, that we want to be able to move out of their stores, get some money back on them, so we don't have a complete loss, and for our customers to benefit from whatever we didn't do with those phones that we should have done. Okay, so that means, guys, that your customer benefit. So, as an example, I forgot what the retail cost is for the A32, but you know that the retail cost on paper is $280. I believe it's $180 or $200 that we're selling it for. It's a used device, and remember that's including the activation fee, a case, and a tempered glass. So you need to spin it, guys. You as a sales team member, why it's a good deal, who identify who it's for, and really push it out as best as you can. The other thing that we're going to continue to do, guys, is we have those TCLs, and what is it? The TCLs, I believe, are $100 with the activation fee, case and tempered glass, and the phone. That's an amazing deal, guys, for absolute emergencies where somebody doesn't have an option. Those are limited, so don't fall on those all the time because you might not have those to just do whenever you want. But those, if you see them and it's the right customer, not an upgrade customers, guys, because that's a really, really good deal. It's not for an upgrade customer that's eligible for an upgrade. If you do that, guys, you're gonna get written up. You can't do that for that. It's for the person that doesn't have any options, doesn't have an upgrade, is willing to invest in their device and understands the value that they're getting. So it's the TCLs, and the other one is, I believe, the Celero, right? And that one, I believe the Celero is $130. So it really is an amazing deal, guys. Both of these promotions. Um, I got a 4G phone and a 5G phone. Basically, is for the lower budget and the higher budget for people in those circumstances. If you need clarification on what that means, guys, please reach out to Anissa or Vanessa because they're going to be able to explain to you what those phones are for and who it's not for. Do not pitch it if you're not too sure who it's for, though, guys, because we're not going to prove it if you give it to somebody that's eligible for an upgrade or give it to somebody that doesn't fall into that criteria. Okay? And again, it is another tool, guys, for you guys to get your 25 upgrades is what you need on a monthly basis, right? So this is something that we haven't talked about in a while, guys. Moving right along, right? So we're gonna end this, and we're gonna still kind of add to these topics, but more in details with the stuff that we're gonna run through right now. So phone conversion, guys. We haven't talked about phone conversion in a long time, and it's honestly gotten out of hand at times. And we have two kind of camps in this, guys. The people that are in the 20s and the people that are in the 40s and 50%. Guys, we are at stores that are equally busy at this time. There is no way, guys, that I can justify that we can be in the fucking teens or the low 20s or even the low 30s when your team members, other people that you work with that have the same exact tools as you do, can be double that conversion rate, right? Which means that if let me give you a breakdown of what that means, guys. Let's say we middle of the month and I sold payments 100 payments, and Anissa sold 100 payments. Just, and I know you can't read it, guys, but that's what that means. Okay, payments. This is payments. And my conversion is 20%. That means that I have about 20 phones. Let's say Anissa, which commonly does this, is at about 50%. She's at 50% conversion. That means that on those same phones, she has about 50 phones, right? Guys, similar traffic, actually identical traffic, but the conversion rate difference made it so that this person is making a lot more money, right? Anissa is making a lot more money than I am, and she's obviously being a lot more profitable for the business. People are leaving more complete. People are getting upgrades when they weren't ready for upgrades, but because we convinced them and showed them the value of it, they're doing it. People are getting that third line instead of just the two. People are getting that BOGO when they only were there for one. People are getting ACPs. People are getting Cox Internet boxes and all that stuff. You can tell here, guys, this person's probably not going to make a whole lot of commission, and this person's probably going to make a pretty hefty commission check or bonus check, right? So here's how this breaks down, guys. I hope this kind of emphasizes on a very basic level, just to kind of get the point across, guys, for those of us that maybe are a little green on what the conversion rate means. This is as simple as I can make it. But here's what it means when it comes to us and how it matters to us, okay? Phone conversion at all times needs to be above 37.5. Okay, this is your baseline, guys. This means that you're not even where you need to be. You should be above 45% at all times. But this is your threshold where you need to be able to calculate this. And here's how you calculate it. Take the amount of payments that you're making, right? Amount of payments. And you divide it by the amount of phones that you have, right? So for example, if I have, I'm actually doing it right now because I don't know if it's the other way around, 100 and I had 20 phones. I'm sorry, it's the phones divided by payments. So let's scratch that. Phones divided by payments, right? So if I had 20 phones and I had 100 payments, that means that I am at 0.2, which is 20%, right? If I had 45 phones and 100 payments, it equals 0.45, which is 45%. So keep track of that number, guys, because here's what it means to you and your check. 37.5% is where you need to be at all times. You need to maintain that, guys, on a daily basis and freaking all the freaking time up to the end of the month. Any upgrade activation counts towards it, guys. Full retail cost phones count towards it, where normally they wouldn't, guys. In literally any other phone store would, they would not. Cox internet boxes, even though we don't make the same amount of money, guys, I'm counting it as an activation for you, so you can make money, but also counting it towards your conversion. Trust me when I tell you, guys, we don't even make half of what we do on a normal activation, but it's good for us to have that habit so that we can see and do our best with every customer, and that builds habits into other great things, right? So here's what it also means, though. If you are less than 37.5%, guys, whatever your commission is at the time, let's say you didn't have your upgrades, you didn't have your activations, but you're not in the area where you're not making any payouts. Whatever that was, so let's say you're at $200, that gets halved if you are under 37.5%. So it's very aggressive number, guys. It's a very, very aggressive number. Not in the way in which it's impossible to get, but in the way that you need to aggressively stay away from it. Okay? Because we don't want anybody not to make commission or make a quarter to what they should be making, right? Anything less than 33%, though, guys, this is not a good number in any circumstance, is zero on any commission. Okay? Think of it this way, though. There's this, and then there's this right here that will completely invalidate any commission for you. So we have to be very careful. Brand new activations and conversion rates need to be maintained at a high level at all times. Work through your run rate. We all know how to do run rates because we know how to do the board at Prince, right? So work your run rate. Where are you headed by the end of the month if I keep the same average that I am at now? It doesn't matter if it's the 2nd of the month, the 10th of the month, the 20th of the month. Where are you headed? And you can't let yourself get behind. As soon as you let yourself get behind, oh, I had a lazy day. Oh, I'm hungover. Oh, I'm tired. And you do that 2 or 3 times, guys, in 1 week. That's going to set you back. You do that a week out of the month, you're probably not going to make it. Not very well, at least, or not very, without stressing a lot towards the end. Okay? So you have to do that, guys. Again, guys, we have people in the 45 to 55% conversion month in and month out, though. Don't tell me that you can't get there, right? Find a way or find an excuse. You can do it too. All of us can do it. And for those of you guys that are already there, keep killing it and adopt more things to get even better. Okay? So let's keep going, guys. If you have questions, please call me because I will clarify this to make sure that we're all on the same page. And that's why I'm kind of going slow on this, guys, so that you guys can take your time and listen to it, pause it, start it back up, write notes, write questions, whatever you need to do in order for us to be on the same page. Okay? All right, next one, accessories. All right, so your average, guys, is $45 average. This has been the average goal for the past like 9 months. Okay? And here's the thing, out of your goal, which is $2,700 in accessories, you get 45. If you're at $45 average, you get a 10% payout, right? So that means, guys, that on just accessories alone, you should be making $270 plus in commission alone on this, because of meeting your goals, right? So anything less than $2,000, though. More than 2,000, I'm sorry, more than 2,000, but less than 2,610. You know what? We're gonna make this 2,500, guys. No, actually, no, we can't because the average is there. Anything more than 2,000, but less than 2,700. This is what that is. Or less than a $45 average, you get 50% of the bonus. Okay. So here's what that means. So let's say you sold $2,200, right? Your average is probably not where you need to be if you kept up with your phone, guys. So your average is probably closer to the $38 to $42 average, and that's not where you need to be at. So you're still going to make commission. You're going to get $110, which is 5%, right? 50% of the bonus is 110. So you're still going to make that, guys. You still actually have a possibility of making decent commission if you kept your phones up. So this is a way for us to make sure that we're balancing our accessories along with the phones that we sell, right? But basically, the way we want to look at it, though, is that you need to keep your accessories up, guys. And there is multiple people that have kept those accessories up in the last 3 to 6 months. I'm not even counting. I don't want to count, obviously, the tax season because that was a period in time where there's a lot of phone sales no matter what we're doing, right? But I'll tell you something, guys. This is not a difficult. Uh, this is actually less of a difficult metric to meet than it's ever been, and I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why. If you haven't been on Amazon, guys, in the last like year and a half, 2 years, tempered glass nowadays. That was shit. The phones that I look for every now and then, I have to look them up because we're in an emergency. We need one overnight. Are anywhere between $8 to $12, and sometimes they come with a pack of two or three, right? But they're still $8 to $12. Cases, this is just one point of why it's easier than ever to get these numbers. This is inflation related, by the way. This is tempered glass, right? Accessories cases are going for anywhere between cheapest that I've seen that's decent, not some crappy fucking gummy stuff, right? Anywhere between 850 up to $13, and that's like the really like crummy shit, guys, on this end and below. There is lower than that, but it's not good, guys. It's the really really bad stuff, and it doesn't fall below like $7 at this point. Prove me wrong, guys. Go in there, look it up yourselves, but that's what I've noticed as a pattern. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I've noticed that. So guess what, guys? That means that your average bundle is gonna be like fucking $16 to $20 if you want something from the cheaper you get, the crappier it is, including the quality of the tempered glass. Um, where we have some really good stuff, and you guys know, if you've been here longer than a couple of days, that you guys have flexibility with pricing. It doesn't mean you start at the lowest price. You don't start at $25 or $35 because the person doesn't look like they have money. It's just start at 50. But our averages typically hover between 38 and 42 as a business. So there's no reason, and our outliers, guys, the people that do really good with this forever are usually in the $50 and above range, where they get a four liner with $60 in accessories because that's all they could do, and they hook the customer up and they hook themselves up with those sales. They're not worried about it because it's not even going to make a dent in their accessory average, right? So let me tell you other reasons why it's easier than ever, guys, to do this. So Amazon prices going up is one reason. Also, most iPhones and a lot of the Android devices, especially those Samsungs, do not come with chargers anymore, right? So it's an opportunity for you as a fucking sales professional in our business to make sure that you sell that. And if they say, "Oh, I already have a USB-C from a phone from 2 years ago," maybe they do. Most of them are still like micro USB, right? So they're more than likely going to need another charger or a different charger. But you have the ability to know that. If you see the phone that they're switching over from or that they're upgrading from, and you see a micro USB, you make sure that they don't walk out of there without a charger, right? The other thing though is that the chargers that we sell have fast chargers, meaning that the person can go charge it for 15 minutes and you probably get anywhere between 30 to 40% up to 70 to 80% of their charge in just that amount of time, right? But you need to know how to sell that, guys. You need to know those little tips and tricks, and you need to know that the phone doesn't come with it. You can't just sell it and then wait for the customer to come back because you didn't sell that idea. You didn't approach the idea that this is what's going on. You didn't approach the idea that, hey, Mr. Customer, by the way, I noticed that your phone, the old phone that you're coming from, has a micro. I noticed that the old phone that you're coming from probably had one of those small fucking, little boxes that charge your phone in forever time. Now these phones come with bigger batteries, better technology, and part of that also comes in with chargers that we use. They're quick chargers, they're 20-watt chargers, and they charge your phone quickly. But you need to have the right technology, otherwise your phone's going to take all night to charge. If you can't pitch those things, guys, and convince somebody to understand that that's what they need to have a better experience, to charge their phones quicker, or that the fact that they need one in general, then you're missing the boat, guys. And you need to reevaluate what your pitch is on that, or if you need to start a pitch, or how to warm up to get a good pitch so that you can make more sales on that as well. So that's one thing, though. I'd say at least half of the phones that we sell, guys, don't have a charger in them anymore. And that's a perfect opportunity for you to get some damn sales out of that. Okay. The other thing, though, guys, is you have to be good at selling non-case and tempered glass. And there is multiple points that you need to ask about. One of them is battery. Hey, do you ever run out of battery on your phone? Yeah, all the time. You know what? I'm on the bus and I listen to my music and I watch YouTube. Perfect. Power bank, right? Headphones. Do you take a lot of pictures? Boom, memory card, right? As soon as a person says yes. Pictures is another one. Music. Hey, do you listen to music on your phone? And they say, yeah, you know what? I listen to music when I'm on the bus, or I listen to music when I'm at work. Oh, do you use a speaker, or you have headphones, or how do you use it? Oh, I have a speaker. Oh, that kills your battery, huh? Yeah, it does. Well, why don't you get some headphones? Oh, well, I didn't know I never thought about it. So now you get into those conversations, guys. But if you don't know how to sell non-case and tempered glass, then that's going to affect you tremendously. The other thing, guys, and I'm going to give you another basic way that you can keep your average at the highest level. Simply with your payments. Payment customers, guys, are a source of three major things. One of them, the easiest one to get somebody excited about, is the next best thing. And making sure that if they have a broken phone, you really go on the necessity, right? The reason that they need an upgrade before they crack their phone or get a little bit of water in there or drop it one more time and now they can't get anything out of their phone, right? Or excitement, right? Meaning that the person has a working functional A10, an iPhone 7 Plus, and now we know that there's the new stuff, the better stuff nowadays, right? And it's your job to get them excited about the next best thing, right? So upgrades is one option, right? We always want to look for the phone first. We all know that. Um, and then the other thing is in looking in phones first is, by the way, Mr. Customer, I notice you have two lines of service. You're paying $80, but if you ever need anybody else in your account, we have some amazing deals on other phones if you want to add anybody to your account. By the way, Mr. Customer, I noticed that you're paying one line of service. Do you have anybody else that needs a phone? They might say yes, they might say no, right? But you're shooting to see with that micro question that takes you no longer than 5 seconds to see if there's anybody else that might need a phone with them. And obviously that covers adult lines, right? And then you use your pitch. And you better have an effective pitch because if they tell you, well, what do you mean? What kind of deals you got? That means that they have somebody in mind. It could be their mom, it could be their kid, it could be their spouse, it could be whoever. But you need to be ready for that and know your prices and know what to pitch and what questions to ask right after that, right? So, and then the third one though, and this is where I'm getting to as far as your accessory average so you can maintain it above 45, is that you also need to be able to identify accessory opportunities, right? So the best way to do that, guys, I'm gonna tell you the keys to the kingdom, the keys to making sure that you're above your $45 and that you get your freaking upgrades and you get more phones out, is simply asking, what phone do you have, right? Can't read my shit here. What phone do you have? Because that's going to lead you into they bust out a phone again with the crack screen. They bust out an older phone that's in good shape, but now you know what to do with that and how to get them excited about the next model over that you have in stock, right? So, what phone do you have? It's such a crucial and basic question, though, guys, that is very simple but very elegant. That tells you almost everything you need to know to continue with the conversation with that customer. They have an amazing phone with that they got 2 months ago, you didn't even have to look at the account. You literally just saw, oh, dude, you got the A32, the A13. When did you get it? Oh, 2 months ago. Oh, what'd you get it with? You got it. Oh, awesome. Hey, notice your tempered glass was broken though. Let me bring some for you real quick, right? Let me show you. I can even put it on there for you. I'll get you a great deal, right? Oh, dude, I noticed you didn't have a case of tempered glass. Where'd you get this phone at? Oh, you ordered it online? You know what? Let me show you what we have. Don't even ask them if they want to see it. Just bring them out for them and get that going. You're not gonna upgrade, guys. Somebody that has a fucking iPhone 12, you're not gonna upgrade an iPhone 11 very often. You're not gonna upgrade somebody that has a phone that they got within the last 6 months or isn't eligible for an upgrade. That's not what you're shooting for. You're shooting for the people that have older phones. Usually, you'll know right away because you'll know that it's a little beat up and it's a little older model, and you're gonna go for an upgrade. And if the upgrade doesn't hit, you throw out there, hey, by the way, we have amazing deals on phones. Do you have anybody else that needs a phone? If that doesn't hit, then hopefully by then you've already seen the phone, right? And you also have the possibility of at that point going towards accessories, right? So, and if it's a brand new phone, here's another one for you. Brand new phone, they just got it. They have a fucking case in tempered glass with a perfect tempered glass and a perfect case. They got it 2 months ago with a Nissan. And a perfect question for you to see if there's anything else that you might be able to do for them is, hey, by the way, do you take a lot of pictures on your phone? Right? You ask that question, guys, you open up a can of worms, a good can of worms, right? Of, well, yeah, I do. Oh, dude, well, did you know this phone's got a badass camera though? So remember, it does use a lot of memory. Do you have a memory card for it yet? Now you start going into the conversation. Now you start going into the benefits of it. Hey, if you ever break your phone, you pop the memory card in, put in the new one. You don't ever lose your stuff again. You can take it to Walgreens and put it in the damn thing. You can print out your picture, especially with that good camera that you have on your phone, right? So then you talk about the benefit, guys. You wet your phone, sometimes the memory card will make it and not the phone because you popped it out of the freaking toilet in within 5 seconds, and that 5 seconds was enough for the phone to kind of get soaked and maybe not work pretty good, but the memory card's gonna be good. Now you do your insurance claim, you put your freaking memory card into that new phone, and you kept your contacts and your pictures and your videos and maybe some downloaded apps that go there too. But that's on you guys. That's a pitch that you make for yourself, and you got to think about that, And again, do you want to make an excuse or do you want to find a way, right? Find a way, guys. Okay, let's keep going. Um, the next one though, guys, is insurance. This is a big, big one, guys, because not only is it one of the ones that were, tell you the truth, guys, we don't make a lot of money on insurance as a business. That's why the commission is lower on that too. But it's one of the things that is the best for what? For 3MR, right? Somebody that doesn't just get insurance because you asked them at the last minute and they're like, all right, just fucking put it on there. Or you kind of snuck it in there, with the bundle price. You don't do that, by the way, guys. Don't fucking do that shit because people get really pissed off. Not only that, but they also start questioning our ethic as a business, right? You have to educate people on what you're adding to them. You have to educate people and ask them the right questions in order for you to get to that. The number one questions, guys, for insurance is, have you ever broken a phone before? That's my number one question, and I think that if you don't have a good question, take that one. It's really going to help you out, and you're going to have a lot more success than whatever you're doing right now. If your question is, do you want insurance today? If you're asking that shit, guys, you're probably in the 20s, and if you're higher than 20s, is because you're slamming it in there. And don't do that, guys, because you're going to get in trouble, and I'm going to get in trouble, and everybody's going to get in trouble. So here's the thing, though, guys. Ask the question. Hey, do you ever break your phones? Right? That's it, guys. That's going to give you enough ammo to continue with the conversation about why it's important for them to have insurance. And it also helps you solidify to make sure that they don't want to take off that tempered glass in case, right? But here's the thing though. The goal for us is going to be 23, which is 35%. And that's actually lower than what we need to be at, guys. We need to be closer to 50%. I think it's 45% that they're looking for, 40 or 45%. So this is just for a way for us to step up, guys, in something that we need to build back up as a team, as a business, right? It's a $2 payout. Anything less than 35%, though, these are really cut and dry. You either make commission or you don't. But you also, just because you don't care to make $2 per thing, doesn't mean you can't be competitive. You need to be above 30% at all times. No questions asked with this, guys. Okay, because it's a great way for us to keep retention, give people options, and if we educate them the right way, these customers, then they're going to stick around with us for a lot longer when they do have an emergency that happens. $60 plans, guys, is something that you actually have a solution to it. Now, guys, don't pay attention to this. Basically, for every one that you get a $5 payout. So let's say you get an activation, guys. You get one activation and you have a $60 plan on that too, right? Or let's say you had a two-liner $60 plan, right? You get the $5 payout on each, right? 60 and 40, but it's technically two $60 plans. So you get 60 and 40. So you get 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 5 plus 5. You make $24, guys, on just that alone, not to mention your accessories, not to mention your insurance, not to mention whatever else you're selling. And now, guys, more than ever, especially with the focus that we have on BTN, it's even more worth it. We have AT&T's network, which is right up there, if not better than Verizon's nowadays, especially out here in Arizona. Verizon for the longest time probably was arguably one of the better, if not the best network nationwide, not just Arizona. But now AT&T's right up there as far as reliability. T-Mobile's still the fastest, but AT&T's right up there, if not the best, most of the time, maybe all the time, in most areas here in Arizona, right? So here's the thing. Selling a $60 plan actually has value now, right? Before, the 50 or the 60 was like, man, it's the same thing. 35 gigabytes, why don't give you HD video, but you might not even be able to tell. But now, the $60 plan gives you Mexico calling, right? Amazing, especially in the South Side, guys. So you fucking get that, right? And you get 10 more gigs. Instead of 40 gigs, you get 50 gigs, right? So the $60 plan has a tremendous value, guys. The other thing is, BTN, 3G speed whenever you slow down versus 2G speed. This is kind of a BTN hustle, right? Versus um, freaking selling TN, right? But it's still a fucking hookup and a half because they have true unlimited guys at a workable speed, unlike we did before. So kind of throw that out there, guys. Say, hey, you know what? This is the best plan that we sell. Sometimes, guys, bandwagoning on the best and using those words is really going to help you out. So, as an example, somebody comes in here and says, "Whoa, I want the same plan that I had over there at Cricket or Metro or whatever." What plan was that? Well, I was paying $50. Okay, Mr. Customer. Well, the best plan that we have, the one that people are most happy with, the one that most people want, is going to be a $60 plan. And here's the reasons why. If you ever go to Mexico, you go to Rocky Point, you go to Nogales, you go get some medicine, you go to dental work, whatever, it's going to work over there. You also have, or you call people out there, especially again, raza, right? You got Mexicans, dude, like pitch that right away. The other thing is that you also have 10 gigabytes more of data. And the great thing about this plan, too, you don't have to say that the $50 plan doesn't have it, but you can say the benefit of the $60 plan is, by the way, if you go over your 50 gigabytes, which is a lot of data, but a lot of people go through that. Um, the other cool thing about this plan is that you do have unlimited 3G speed, which means that you get about half a megabyte speed, which means that you can still watch YouTube videos, you can still watch Facebook videos, you can still see your TikToks and all that stuff without having to be too worried about it, right? Or where it's frozen and you can't even use it. That's what that means, right? So again, guys, this is a pitch thing, and you have to be able to throw that pitch out there. Hey, by the way, do you use a lot of hotspot? Hey, by the way, do you use your internet a lot? Oh, dude, this is your main form of entertainment. Oh, and by the way, at home you have an antenna, for the local channels, the what is it, CBS and NBC and PBS or whatever the hell. Then great. You know what? If you want to use the internet, this is your main source of it. This phone that you're getting today. Well, guess what? This is the best plan for you. Okay, guys, it's all about the pitch. It's all about how you present it. It's all about the value to create. Let's keep going. The next one here, guys, is going to be premium phones, right? Some of these haven't changed necessarily, guys. Maybe the goals have adjusted a little bit, but I want to make sure that we kind of go through that, okay? The iPhone 11 renewed is not a premium, by the way. The iPhone 11 regular, though, is. Okay, so iPhone regular is, but not renewed. This is not renewed that I'm circling here. This is new. It's not in the system, guys, where if you look at the hot sheet, it has that Y on the far right. But I will make an exception to these phones, the A53 and the A11 as premium phones, because I want you guys to push those, in my opinion, very, very nice phones that if you don't ask the right questions, you're not going to sell them because they are amazing devices, but you're not going to sell them if you're not pushing value on customers. Again, the price is what they pay, guys. Value is what they get, right? So if somebody spends $100 on a freaking A53 more than what they were going to pay on a free phone, but they're getting value on that amazing device that is at a great price, then that customer is going to be happier with everything that they're doing with us, with the network, with the pictures, with the storage, with everything that they have on their device. And that's what we're looking for, and that's why premium phones are so important. This one, though, guys, is very cut and dry, kind of like the $60 plan, kind of like the insurance thing. You either sell seven of them and make $5 per or more, or you sell less than 7 and you get $0 payout on that. You have to strive for it, guys. You have to push for it, and this is another way for you to unlock more money into your paycheck. BTN sales, guys, is the next one. This one is assumed at this point, guys. If you're not, I don't think there's anybody not selling BTN, guys. We have to be selling BTN at this point. And guess what? You get a $3 bonus on that, at least for this month. I don't know if it's going to continue or not because there's a couple of spiffs and stuff that Boost is doing for us. But for now, you either get 20 minimum or anything less than 20 is a $0 payout on that. So if you did 20 BTNs, guys, you get 20 times 3, which is $60 on top of your pay. Okay. So again, this is one of those gimmies, guys. If you're going to do the majority of your activations on BTN anyways, because the only exception is oh, my, AT&T doesn't work in my house, then that's fine. Do TN, get your sale, and those are going to be pretty rare. But BTN sales, guys, is really where it's at, and there should be no deviation from any of us in doing 90% of the sales that we do that are new activations. Again, unless it's ACP or their terrible service with T-Mobile in their house or their workplace, or an add a line to an existing account that's on TN. There's really no other reasons why you should be not using BTN. And again, this is just kind of hooking you up with an additional bonus. So here's what it also means, guys. Let's say you do one activation on single line BTN. You made one equals $7, right? So you made $7. One act, one BTN equals 3. Just on this alone, guys, not to mention insurance that you added, not to mention the $50 case in tempered glass, you made $11. Not bad, right? That's a one activation, guys. That's why do you think we want to fucking push 3 minimum on a daily basis? We can do it, right? But let's keep going here. Uh, the next one here, guys, is Cox straight up internet. And as I mentioned before, guys, we don't make nowhere near as much, not even half of what we do on a Cox internet box as we do on a brand new activation, whether it's an add-a-line or a brand new $50 plan or a $60 plan or whatever you want to call it, or even an ACP customer, when we activate them on our service, right? The thing here, though, guys, is not only are you going to be paid as if it was a brand new activation, independent of the fact that we're making less as a business. So you get your $7, right? But then on top of that, guys, just to kind of help us out and fucking make it a little bit more money, you also get a $2 payout. So you're making $9 on every Cox straight up internet box. Okay? That's on top of your activation. So imagine this, guys. Imagine somebody comes in and says, hey, I want to switch over 2 lines. Awesome. You get excited about the 2 lines, but you're doing your job. You're asking more questions. You're looking for at least one more thing. And part of your questions is this. I'll give you the keys to the kingdom on how to sell this shit. Hey, you know what, Mr. Customer, by the way, do you have Wi-Fi at home? No, you know what? I have my credit's kind of shitty. I don't, I looked it up before and I can't get it. Or I have a deposit, or I don't want contracts. I don't know how long I'm going to be there for. Guys, number one, there's no chargebacks for us on Cox or Xfinity. There's no way for us to even get hit on a 3MR or 6MR on that. So if you sell it and they keep it for 2 months, we're okay. Don't worry about it. We don't get affected negatively on that. And apparently they're making their money and we're good, right? We also don't want to just frivolously just throw it out there, but just ask that question, guys. Hey, do you have Wi-Fi at home? Guess what, guys? The speed is 100 megabytes per second, which 100 megabytes per second equals a decent 5G speed. 5G speed can go really, really fast, a lot faster than 100, but that's not always, and it has a very low reach, or a really, really amazing 4G connection. And you guys know, as much as I know, that a hotspot or Wi-Fi is a lot more stable than an internet connection on a phone. So that means that if they're using their camera at home, if they're using their TV for Netflix or Hulu or fucking YouTube, whatever they want to do, not only do they not have the threat of going over their 50 gigabytes or 40 gigabytes or whatever, but they also can have a bunch of people connected on there. And it's only $50 a month, guys, right? Including taxes. So they can have 2 lines of service with us for 80 bucks. Plus this, $130 for both. And you, at that point, get a commission for 3 lines. You get BTN 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7 for the Cox box, right? This is BTN bonus, BTN, this is activation. And then that's 11, hold on, guys. This is Carl.
Hello, this is ADT Security, calling in regards to a burglar alarm for the front motion detector.
Which location?
That's going to be 3600 North First Avenue.
We've been having a lot of issues with that location. Everything's fine. And I'm looking at the cameras right now. I'm actually like in the middle of a video here, and everything's fine. There's no burglar. It's just the sensors are really jacked up.
Oh, okay, definitely. Is there any maybe your first and last name?
Yes, my name is Carl Amaya.
Okay, thank you. And then maybe your verbal password?
Yes, it's Vero.
Okay, I'm so glad to hear that you're safe. And when you have someone back at the location, you can definitely give us a call back so we can troubleshoot, see if we need to send a tech out for you.
Okay, sounds good. I'll give you guys a call tomorrow then.
Okay, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Appreciate it. You too. Bye bye. All right, guys, let's get back to it. So, for this is the Cox, right? This is BTN new activations. and this is a Cox box, right? Cox plus 2 equals 9. So you did 22 plus 9, guys, whatever the hell that is. I think it's like 31 or $32. Um, that's not including, guys, your cases, tempered glass, and insurances. So you should be making on a 2-liner. Hopefully you made it into a 3-liner if you could, or a Cox box by asking, hey, do you have internet at home? You can really make anywhere between $40 to $50 on this shit, guys. It's up to you, though. It's up to you. You know, this is on 3 lines, guys. You made a shit ton of money on that. Okay. So again, guys, this is an amazing, amazing promotion for us, but you have to know how to sell it. You have to know that it's 100 megabytes per second, a stable speed, not an internet connection like a hotspot speed. But here's the other thing that it does for you. So let's say the customer says, I don't want contracts, and you know what? I do use it all over the place. I'm good. You know, you also have the option of a fucking mobile hotspot, guys. You know, a mobile hotspot is $50 a month, and as far as I understand it, I forgot who said it. I'm not even sure if it's true or not, because I haven't, seen it myself. But somebody was telling me that it's either 40 or 50 gigabytes now on the $50 internet plan. I'm sorry, the internet device, the Wi-Fi hotspot. So we have that option as well, guys. You know, and even if it's 35 like it used to be, it's still amazing for somebody that has that need, that isn't gonna blow it up with online gaming and downloading everything and all kinds of stuff, right? So again, guys, having that one question, do you have Wi-Fi at home, right, is gonna give you the path to say, you know what, Mr. You know what, Carl, you know what, Anissa, you know what, whoever, I don't. Why are you asking? And it's going to lead you to a possibility of another sale. And when our activations quota is so aggressive compared to what we've been doing, guys, even though I feel like we've been in idle and I'm telling you this, then guess what? You need to have your BTNs on point. I'm sorry, not your BTNs too, but your Cox straight up internet, your internet boxes, and your Wi-Fi hotspots on point. And the only way you're going to have that on point is by doing what? Asking the right damn questions, guys. You have to ask the right questions. And the question for you to see if there's an opportunity for an internet box is going to be, hey, do you have Wi-Fi at home? Who do you have a Wi-Fi with? Who do you have your internet at home with? However you want to fucking word that, guys, but you have to ask it. And once you ask it and you get in the habit of it, you're going to notice that you're going to be selling 7 to 10 of these every single month. You might not have sold all the phones at 35 activations that we need with phones, but you made it up with 7, 10 BTNs. I'm sorry, with straight up internet boxes, and you made those numbers up. You know, remember, another cool thing about this though is like, man, well, what if I sell 10 of them and it goes against my accessories? It doesn't. Whenever we do the calculation for the accessory average, now the total dollars that you need is still the same, but your accessory average isn't affected because you didn't sell a straight up internet box. So if you sold 70 phones and you sold 10 of these boxes, then you really only get calculated on 60, not on 70. Okay, so it really helps you out whenever it comes to your average, especially if you're right on the cusp of that. Okay. Next thing, guys, is something that we might actually have very short-lived, but this might be the last month that we have it until who knows when, depending on what Boost is planning on this. They haven't really told us a whole lot of option, is Boost Up. For every Boost Up that is available, guys, put the sense of urgency at this point on them. Hey, by the way, this is the last month that you're going to be eligible for this. Let me show you what that price means. Let me show you what this means for you. Let me show you why this is such an amazing deal for you and why you should do it before it ends, right? So make sure, guys, that you're pitching that to your customers. Those customers, guys, that have Boost Up, remember, they're the best customers that we have, and we got to make sure that they understand that we know that they're great customers, but also that they have a limited amount of time. They literally have, 27, 28 days left to be able to take advantage of that Boost Up program. We don't know if it's going to continue in the future, maybe hopefully a better version of it, or it might just not be around anymore, guys. We don't know what's going to happen. But this is something that I want you guys to really understand and take a hold of, because not only do you make your upgrade, so you get a $5 spiff on that, right, promotion, but you also make $5 because it's a Boost Up that gives you an additional $5 as long as you had 5 for the month. And then you did 5 for the upgrade, 5 for the Boost Up, plus $50 accessories equals $5, plus you sold an insurance because they want to protect that nice one that they got, you just made $17, guys. I'm not even talking about non-casing tempered glass because you could probably would have fucking figured that shit out. $17 in one upgrade, guys, and the boost ups are super simple. You just have to have a good pitch. $17, right? You average that out. You sell you sell 10 of those. That's $170 in your commission. If you sold it correctly and you pitched it correctly and you put that sense of urgency in that customer. It's up to you to get that. Okay, let's keep going. BYOD. BYODs are one of the most profitable things that we sell as a business, the way that boost commissions our team or business, okay? And you have, not only is BYOD is only, right, because there's no BYOD upgrades, it's only BYOD activations. Not only did you make $7 on that, but you also made $5 on top of that because there's a BYOD bonus on the top of the activation commission or bonus, right? So you're at $12. You sell a case in tempered glass plus another $5, you're at $17. If you sold insurance on them, if it qualifies, that's another $2. You're at $19. And then shit, I don't know, $60 plan, shit, another $5. You're at $24, guys, on one sale, right? So again, BYOD is amazing, guys. We do have an additional bonus on top of it, and even if it was a basic sale, think about it: 7 plus 5, right? Activation plus BYOD bonus. And then on top of that, we would have, let's say, a $50 case in tempered glass. You're at $17 just on one basic sale. Not to mention if you sold a $60 plan or whatever, right? Let's keep going, though. ACP. Guys, ACP is a little bit delicate for our business because, guys, if you are not focused on ACP, you do not ask the question with every fucking customer that you have coming in, especially the new customers. Hey, I want to switch over. Hey, what kind of promos do you have? Hey, I don't have a lot of money. What can I do? And you're not asking the right questions. You're not running the applications. You're not doing those things. Then guess what, guys? You will more than likely, more than others, really, really struggle with this. And there's a possibility where you're not making commission because you're not at that level with asking and being consistent with it. Guys, Vanessa, Nisa, you guys can fucking vouch for me on this one. I remember, guys, years ago when people would say, man, Carl, I wish we had a free phone, free monthly access for people that have low income. I wish we had a free phone for people. Now we do, guys. We have a port-in offer for them to get a free device. We have a brand new line that's discounted for up to $25, right? That normally would have cost them a lot more even on a new line price. You have the month of service up to free on a monthly service if they get the $30 package on it. You have a discounted price for those people that need more data, so you have flexibility with the pricing. I don't know what's going on with the family plans, guys. The last I heard from you guys is that it's not working or something like that. So don't focus on that. Focus on the people that don't have a lot of money. Focus on the people that have a phone with track phone and they want to switch it over. Focus on the people that want a brand new phone and brand new service. And here are the points that you cannot lose when they're comparing you to the people at the fucking Walgreens corner. You cannot lose the idea that we're open 7 days a week, that we have full support. In contrast, the idea that if they got the phone today at Walgreens with whoever the hell is there, they can't go back there and ask questions. They're not there for customer service. They're there just to do activations. That's all they do at those places, guys. They don't go back with AC or heat and ask questions. And even if they were, imagine being out there, having a phone being troubleshoot, 2 months into your agreement with them, and you're roasting outside, you're freezing your old, Social Security behind out there, right? We're giving them, that person, AC, heat. We're giving them us, our time, our effort, our computers, our phones, in order for us to help them, our troubleshooting techniques. So, guys, I wish the phone was free. If you tell me that, I will say a million times, learn how to sell it better. Learn how to sell a value so that they get excited to save up their money to come and get it from us instead, right? So, guys, I tell you this very seriously, is that if you don't sell ACPs at a high level, meaning that your consistency is all it takes, asking that question, hey, by the way, do you have any type of government assistance? And don't shoot yourself in the foot either. Don't say, hey, do you have any type of government assistance that can save you $30 a month? and then they don't qualify, now they're maybe deflated and getting excited about what you're trying to offer, then again, you got to be careful with that, right? But if you offer a good price and a good deal, and then you throw that out there, especially those those guys, or those people that might be on Axis or whatever the hell qualifies nowadays, you ask them, hey, by the way, are you on any type of government assistance? Because we might be able to sweeten up the deal a little bit more. I can't guarantee anything, but we can run the application and see what it says. You know. Also, don't shoot yourself in the foot where, oh, all right, I'm gonna go get the paperwork, and they never fucking come back, or they're gonna say they're gonna come back next week, and then they have time, and now you didn't get your sale. Don't shoot yourself in the foot that way. Always let them know, hey, we can always add this in the future, or if you know it's a family plan, and you know our family plan for ACP isn't available right now because we're switching to BTN on ACP. I think that's what's going on. Then you can just simply tell them, hey, by the way, this is something that doesn't qualify for those family plans. This is something that doesn't qualify for your situation, But you have to ask the right questions first, because if you ask the right questions, you're not even going to talk about ACP if you know it doesn't qualify. If you know it's a three-liner, you're not even going to mention ACP. If you know it's a viejito, if you know somebody that's on some kind of government assistance because you kind of got it from the talking in the conversation, then throw it out there, sweeten up the deal for them, But don't shoot yourself in the foot. If it's a single line and they can apply it a month from now, 2 weeks from now, whenever they can come back, get your sale, get that going, get them up and running, and then let them know. Bring that stuff in, and then we'll apply it, and we'll go from there. Okay? But you need to be good at ACP, guys. If you're not, here's the thing, though. Anything less than 7, guys, starting now, is $100 dock on your pay. Okay? Think about that, guys. You have to be good at this, because ACP should be the thing you're excited about with those people that have low income. If you're not, that means you're missing a bunch of activations on the fucking board. You're not doing yourself a favor, you're not doing your customers a favor, and you're not doing your businesses a favor, because you don't wish to ask those questions and go through the motions of getting somebody applied to a ACP. It's their right to get it if they qualify for it, and it's your job to ask that question so you can better service your customers, and you can make sure that you make some commission and the business makes a little bit more money too. This is one of those very delicate points in our business, guys, where we're going to go back to, if you don't sell at least 7, you're not going to make $100 out of your check. So if you had $700, you're going to make $600. If you had $100, you're going to make 0, and if you had 200, you're going to make 100. Hopefully nobody's at those low points. But I'm telling you straight up how that works, guys. You have to be there. You have to be applying. You have to be running applications, because that's the way we need to do it. And that's what we need to do going forward, guys. We need to be asking all these questions that we're going point by point. Whew. It's a lot of information, guys. So let me wrap this up as quickly as possible. Get your sales, guys. Some of the last points that I want to make here. Guys, get a Google Voice number. Literally, Google what that means, and get another number on your phone that you currently have right now on your personal line until Vanessa and I and Anissa can figure out how we're going to do a phone program if we roll one out in the near future. In the meantime, though, don't sit on your hands and say, oh, well, I'm going to wait for them, because trust me, guys, I move very slowly with things that aren't at the utmost importance. It can take me a month to get something that's not in my top 10 of things that I need to get to, or longer, as you guys probably have seen in the past. But a Google Voice number you can do right now. You can literally set one up in 5 minutes. Google it, get into it, and this is going to help you take ownership of your customers. Hey, Mr. Customer, this is my personal business line. Call me when you're ready to get this sale. Here's my card with my number. Let me know when you're ready. Tell your friends and family. Tell them to give me a call. Shoot me a text. I'll take care of them. If you don't do those things, guys, especially now that we're talking about it, you're probably not going to hit your numbers, okay? And I want you guys to hit those numbers. Hopefully, guys, Vanessa and I are going to start working on only 2 stores, meaning that if you work at Prince and Valencia, or Valencia and Campbell, hopefully those are the only 2 stores that you work with, or, so we're going to know and have a little bit better familiarity with our customers and our base, right? Our customers also take ownership of us. Hey, if it's not this person, it's the other person, and that's kind of how we're trying to figure it out, guys. Right now we have 6 members in our team. We're going to try and get 2 and 2, 2 and 2, or some kind of rotation where we have a fair kind of adjustment, but we're not jumping all over the place all the time. Okay. The team member line, guys, the line of service for you as a sales team member, we're going to talk about it in the future. But again, it can take me a while, guys, if it's not the top priority. For now, Google Voice is your best friend. Okay. Get that going. Start getting used to it. See if it's really worth it for you, because you're gonna have to pay something on it, guys. And see if it really works. And I guarantee you, if you're doing it right, it's gonna work, and you're gonna get 10 to 15 more sales a month because of that. So if you're gonna end up with 40 phones, you're gonna be at 55. You're gonna end up with 55. You're gonna end up at 70. It's a bunch of money difference, guys, if you know how to use that. Invite everybody back. Guys, you need to say this. Hey, by the way, Mr. Customer, anything else that you need? No, we're good. Thank you for helping with my troubleshooting. Thank you for helping with this new activation. Thank you for helping with this add line, this upgrade, whatever. And then you got to be able to tell them, hey, by the way, Mr. Customer, if you have anything else that you need, come back and see me. If you know anybody that needs help, send them my way. And guess what they're going to do when their comadre has a broken phone or a cracked screen? Yo, come see my boy, come see my girl. They're going to take care of you. They're awesome. They know their stuff. They're helpful. They're not like that Metro, not like that Cricket, not like that other Boost. This is the place to go. Okay? Honor your cards. Put your name on it. And if you don't have a Google Voice number for whatever reason, after I'm telling you guys that that's important, then that's on you guys. I'm telling you, that's a great use of your phone resources. 100 megabytes out of it, and a learning curve of half an hour to an hour of being able to get your number to customers, and you can turn it off and on as you need to. You can delete it if you want to in the future if it didn't work out for you, if you don't want to use it. But I'm telling you right now that it can make the difference between 10 and 15 phones a month more for you, because the customer has a direct line to you and not, oh, let me see if they're here today, right? You take ownership over your customer at that point, guys, and that can mean a lot of money if you're doing it right. Handling other team member sales, guys. This is an important topic, especially now that we have more people in our business, guys. If somebody says, hey, I talked to somebody the other day, last week, last month, I'm here to get that phone that we talked about. Immediately, guys, you still take care of the customer, not immediately like in the sense of like stop doing what you're doing. Take care of the customer. Hey, all right, sounds good. Let me see what's going on. In between the sale, in between grabbing the phone or something, take care of the customer. That's the number one priority. But you need to call customer care, myself or a member of management to say, hey, by the way, this is what's going on. I'm gonna give you the details after we're done, and can you please let me know if that's my sale or theirs? I'll tell you this though, guys. If the person says, yeah, I talked to Paco last night, and you're processing it today, it doesn't matter if it's a different phone. Doesn't matter if they get one line instead of two. That's his phone, his activation, his accessories. Now, if, oh yeah, 3 months ago I talked to somebody that was here, they had some tattoos. We didn't talk about a phone, but they just mentioned that had an upgrade. That's a little different, guys. Still get management involved just so that we keep it safe. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm the one that's going to be getting the heat for any decisions that need to happen. Not Anissa, not Vanessa, but myself. And I'm going to be involved in those conversations whenever we have to decide whose sale it might be if there's any questions. Now, again, if the person mentions by name and they know vaguely what kind of phone they wanted or about how much money they were going to spend, do your best with them. Treat them as if they were your customers. But that sale is going to be for that team member. Guys, this is one of those things that we don't mess around with. Anybody caught doing that maliciously, oh, I knew and I got told and everything, and I still put it under my name, is probably not going to have a job with us for very long. Okay? So, guys, that's not a empty threat. That's a real idea of our business and the moral that we want to upkeep. So I want to make sure that we're all on the same page with that. The last couple of things, though, guys, is Google Voice number, social media. Actually, I don't know why I put that in there, but social media. Marketplace, guys, is your number one place that you need to be posting on. And you need to have at least like 3 to 5 different posts going. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, guys, without even thinking about it too much. Have an ACP free, ACP paid, right, with the discount, right? Have maybe the Cox Internet box if you want to put one out there about the promotions, no credit, no long-term commitments, nothing like that. You can also have obviously the free smartphone, free Android device for a switchover, the free iPhone SE, the $49.99 iPhone 11 renewed. Those are the things that are going to capture people's attention. 2 for $80, free smartphone. Those are the types of things. And don't put one post with 15 promotions on there, because you could do it, but let that be your 7th post. Individually put a promotion for each thing that I just mentioned, though, because that's going to give you exposure, right, to multiple promotions that people are going to click and be dedicated to that one promotion that captured their eyes. Also, guys, I'm going to give you another one because I've seen it. Whenever you post a picture, guys, my suggestion is don't saturate it with a bunch of words. Put on there $49.99 iPhone 11, and then put in the description of what you wrote what it means and who it's for. Don't put on there, boom, come to the store, boom, here's my number, boom, get all the stuff, and then have three different prices for things. You're gonna confuse the customer. They're not even gonna click on your post because it's too much. They're overwhelmed. They're interested in a couple of things, not all of it. Okay? But marketplace, guys, to my point, is the number one place where you're gonna get more people looking at your post, but also responding to what you've got going on. If you post on Instagram and Snapchat and fucking TikTok and all those things, guys, yes, there's views, guys, but people aren't there buying. Where they're buying is marketplace through Facebook. And the majority of people that have money to buy, that's not like TikTok where it's a lot of teenagers and stuff. Yeah, there's more adults, but they're looking for entertainment. Marketplace is not just entertainment, but it's also deals, it's also promotion, it's also I broke my phone, my car's broken down, I need new furniture, I also need a phone, right? Those are the people that are in marketplace looking for deals. So focus on that first, guys, because I guarantee you that you're gonna have a better result. And at the end of the day, guys, respond to people. If they hit you up, hit them up back up within the half hour as soon as you get a chance. If it's your day off, guys, invest that time in there. Give them a call. Tell them, hey, you know what? Do you mind if I call you tomorrow? I'm not at work right now. That's okay too, but at least they're getting a response. Don't let them get cold. If they're hot, if they're asking you questions, that means that if you give it too much time, they're not going to respond to you once you respond. Okay? And busy/slow day, guys. We have the busy days. You guys have been there, and you guys have had majority of slow days where we have 2 or 3 hours of downtime. Slow day, guys, is take your time with your customer. Ask all the questions you need to ask, as long as you're obviously being mindful of their time too, right? And post on social media. Busy day is be efficient, multitask. Make sure that the person that walked in 2 minutes ago had a greeting right within the first couple seconds, but also you're following up with them as you're processing something, you're putting on a tempered glass, whatever. Go around the counter a little bit and say, hey, what brings you in? Figure out what they're in there for, figure out what they need, help them out a little bit, or at least get them started with something. Okay? And then, guys, to finish this up and to wrap it up where we started, by the end of this month, guys, will you have found a way, or are you going to be looking for excuses? Let me show you something, guys. This is the commission total, right? So if you did all the commission, guys, and you hit all the goals, you're going to be making close to $900. There's people on our team, guys, that are going to crush this. And I want you to be that person that crushes it, that you found a way to get this fucking money and more. Because $890 is okay. It's about $5 an hour average more than whatever your base pay is right now. And that's where I want all of you guys to be at. We make money, the customer's more satisfied, our business is more complete. You obviously have a lot more play money to do whatever the hell you want to do with it. Everybody's happier, right? But you need to go through and take everything that I just mentioned in our meeting seriously. Play with this, guys. There is different tabs here. If somebody's moving it and playing with it, do not mess with it. I'm gonna refresh the video on how to use this again, because there is some things that you need to watch out for to make sure you're using it correctly. But I will say this, it's a great tool to see where you're at. Make sure you're mindful of your run rates and how many days you're in, because there is some details, but I'm going to post that later on, okay? For now, though, guys, go look at it. Play with it if you want to, but I will for sure make a video, a brief 5-minute video showing you how to use it within the next couple of days, okay? Guys, that's all I have. I really appreciate you guys. We have an amazing, talented team. But remember, guys, we have the skill, but do we have the consistency? Do we have the hustle muscle? Do we have the drive to be able to do it? And again, are we going to find a way at the end of this month to make $900 or more? Or are we going to find an excuse of why we didn't hit the numbers? That's what I'll leave you with, guys. Think about that. Absorb it. Let's fucking kill it this month, guys. We have an amazing team, amazing promotions, and it's on us to make it happen. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.